Have you ever heard about problems with fans in Warsaw?
Yes, on the way there, yes. There were, I think 2 teams were fined some €1,000 by the UEFA. I think Croatia was fined €5,000 for crowd trouble because in their game against the they threw fireworks, pyrotechnics, and German fans, surprisingly, or the German Football Association was fined €10,000 for the game against Portugal. And I heard about Croatian people having difficulties in the game against Ireland, but not with Irish fans. Irish fans and Spanish fans are very peaceful. They will never ever fight against each other or some other.
I think UEFA always says that English fans is problems.
Yeah, hooliganism is probably known in many countries.
Yeah.
But I think in the quarterfinals there will be a problem, or would have been a problem, if Germany would have played against Poland, because both countries and probably football unions, football associations have problems with hooliganism, and they were on Facebook and in the internet. They had a rendezvous. Everyone said spoke about it. If they would have met in Warsaw or for a quarterfinal. Also, English fans from the German border they tend to be aggressive. Yeah, just say like that.
Do you know any Russian players?
If I know any Russian players, not personally, no, but over the years.
Have you ever heard about someone?
Yes, I've been to the 1988 final in Munich between Netherlands and Russia.
You was in stadium?
Renat Asayev was in goal. If he's a Russian player, because
in what year?
In 1988.
Oh, 1988.
And over the years, I probably know a lot.
And players in our team now.
Present players, yeah.
Present players.
Named them just before. Arshavin is probably known.
Do you know him? What do you think about him?
Championship 4 years ago and now plays for Arsenal. Yeah, he was an Arsenal player, as I remember.
Уже нет, not else. Now he plays in Zenit, in St. Petersburg.
Yes, yeah, he changed. And some players from Russia. I know the goalkeeper. Yes,
Akinfeev or Malafeev?
Yes, and I think hurt
from CSK.
Did he play in the first game? Or did he
No. Only Malafeev plays.
Okay.
From Zenit.
From Zenit, second goalkeeper. Because I collect this little with a friend. These stickers you can put into an album. Yeah, and there's always a page with Russia for child children. But most of these Panini pictures are collected by elderly people, like 30. They've got the money, and there are Russian players in the album too. Naturally, out 16 teams on that. And there was one player, I remember he was a Russian forwarder.
Like Kirikov maybe?
No. Pavlichenko?
No, Pogrebnyak. Pavlichenko plays in Tottenham. What is the problem of Russian team for your opinion? Because we was very great in first game, we was very bad in the third game.
The conductors are number 16 and the cars number 17, 19 are in the middle of the train. The cars number 20, 21, 22, 23 are at the end of the train. The train is covered by the full seats reservation.
I think, as I remember it, the second game against Poland.
You don't really know.
I didn't know. I don't know what I did, I didn't see it. It was a thing on 2045. Probably I was on my way into the Danish fan camp. And I think they underestimated the like probably the German team. After three games.
Pociąg służbowy jedzie na tor 22 przy peronie drugim. Pociąg służbowy jedzie na tor 22 przy peronie
They won
drugim.
against Poland, went through, and it would have been much easier for them. I think with only 4 points out of the 3 games, there is the danger of going out. And the problem was, correct me if I'm wrong, that Greece and Russia had the same number of points, 4, and the direct comparison, the direct
Pociąg KD
between
do stacji Warszawa Śródmieście KD
and Russia
odjedzie z
was
toru przy
1-0
peronie
to
pierwszym.
Greece. Even in the last, or in
It's interesting that advocate says that he proud of his job. It's interesting, I think.
it used to be so that after 3 or 4
Pociąg
games,
TLK
it used to be, or it
ze
used to
stacji
be
Kraków
3 games in a group.
do
It's
stacji
not a
Kołobrzeg
direct comparison,
przez stację Warszawa Centralna i
counts,
Ława Główna
but the number of
Malbork.
goals you
Gdańsk
scored, the
Główny,
number of goals
Gdynia
you got into
Główna
a
odjedzie z
So
toru
if
drugiego
Russia
przy
scored
peronie
4-1 in
szóstym.
the first one,
Wagon numer
and
13,
1-1 in the second,
13 oraz
there's
wagon
been 5-2
restauracyjny
goals,
znajdują się w
and
czole
losing the
składu
third,
kropka wagonkowy
where one it was
numer
5-3.
16 oraz wagon
Greece,
numer 17,
former World Cups,
18,
European
19
Championships, there's
znajdują się w
always
środku
the number of
składu.
points, if
Wagony
you are
z
level on
numerami
points,
20, 21, 22, 23 znajdują się w końcu składu. Pociąg objęty całkowitą rezerwacją miejsc.
and Greece had, as I remember, drawn 1-1 in the first game, then lost 1-2 against Czech Republic, and then won 1-0, so it got 3-3, and Russia scored 2 more goals, but goes out of because of this comparison. The Danish team would have probably, if they would have drawn yesterday, the Portuguese would have played as they did, 2-1, gone out, not by worse a goal difference, or the more goal difference. There was a goal difference, but by this direct
22,23 are at the end of the train.
conflict or
The train is covered by the full
comparison
seats
between the two of
reservation.
them. The most striking thing or craziest thing would have been when it was 79th minute and Portugal led 2-1 against the Netherlands, as an example. If Denmark would have scored, the Germans would have been out. Yeah, if Denmark would have won 2-1 in the end and Portugal would have won 2-1 against Netherlands, all 3, Germany, Portugal and Denmark, would have been on 6 points. And all 3 would have been level on scores. They would have scored as much goals as they conceived. Denmark would have had 4-4, Portugal 3-3, and Germany 2-2. And because of the less goals, Germany would have gone out. They lost against Denmark yesterday. I
Do
don't think it's a very
stacji
good move.
Dorochowskiej wjeżdża
Russia had the problem there.
przy
We're level on
peronie
points with
czwartym.
Greece, 4, and the better goal difference lost.
Why you live in Germany? Germany.
I was born there.
Huh?
I was born there. My ancestors come from Sweden. From my father, the ancestors, my grandfather was Swedish, so I had a Swedish passport.
Ze stacji
Swedish passport, and
Warszawa
my mother, or the family of my
wjeżdża
mother
wagon
comes from Denmark.
20.
But you like Denmark.
I like Denmark since 1984. I had a very interesting,
Pociąg Intercity.
What does Denmark football look like? Like British football?
probably like Dutch. They try a lot to speak, to play a very beautiful football. I think it's more for the eye and than for results.
Denmark is like to score goals with head. No?
I'll give you another example.
Uh-huh.
In 1992, which is 20 years ago now, 1 week before the European Championship, it was not clear which 8 teams would take part. 7 were clear, but Yugoslavia went out because of a ban the UEFA applied, because of saying there's a civil war going on in Yugoslavia. They're not allowed to take part in any sports. Denmark was qualified without, on the ground, without games, having had enough points and goals to go there. And 10 days before the championship started, the Danish players were taken out of their holidays, probably you know the story. And one drove with his car, with his Lada car, Russian car, from Trabzon in central Turkey to Gothenburg in Sweden to play in the first game against England on Friday night. And 7 of the players were not professional, they were amateurs, they played in second division in Denmark or international. But after, you can see it on my breast, the first game was between Denmark and England, 0-0. The second one we lost against Sweden, and then everyone thought we are out. Yeah, it's no chance anymore. We have to go home, probably like last night. And then we won 2-1 against France. France had won all the qualification games, all the 8 qualification games, 16 points. It was 2 points. 2-1, and scoring the second goal was a Danish player who didn't even play professional football, never appeared again afterwards. And then we had a semi-final against Holland, penalty shootout 7-6, and then won the championship 2-0 against Germany. Biggest dream ever, like in tennis. Yeah, you probably know a lot of tennis players, even Russian tennis players. If you're not seeded, if you're not put into a tournament, you're a lucky loser. A lucky loser is someone who gets in because that someone that qualified is
Lucky loser.
is injured. We call it lucky loser. Denmark was a lucky loser and won everything. And I went to the Danish fan, into the training camp of the players, and they smoked like you. Yeah, they smoked on the ground when playing. They drank Coca-Cola or cola at least. They went to McDonald's, and the German team they met in final. They had got their blood results taken out of their ears. They trained all day and were very fit, but they lost 2-0. So it was probably a win for unhealthy or normal life against people who probably, like Russia, want something too much. I think the problem, I didn't see the game against Greece, would have been that they thought they were through, and then it would have liked to have something too much. Yeah, that's the thing why Denmark is interesting. I think they play very the very good times are over. Denmark is not at the moment, but they improved. They played a little bit like Spain. They tried to play this tiki-taka in midfield, to play the game, play the ball across in midfield, to control the ball, to not give it to the enemy or to the opponent. Germany had problems with it. Yeah, it was a very early goal for Germany, Podolski, who comes originally from Poland, scored, and only 5 minutes later Denmark equalized, which was good. Equalizing. The Netherlands scored 1-1 up to 10 minutes from the end. So it was a good performance, but the Danish team is not one of the best in Europe, all the Western world. They hope to go to Brazil in 2 years' time. Like Russia does too.
I hope so.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for your interview, and good luck to you and to Denmark in future.